All right, now let's get into the news. Yeah, so Dami Crane is here again. Oh, Dami Crane for the girls. All right, now, on the rate at which Nigerian songs get airplay in Ghana, Nigerian artist Dami Crane is starting this year on a rather controversial note as he has put out tweets addressing the number of times Nigerian songs get airplay in Ghana. He took to his Twitter page to state, Niger music is being played more than Ghana music in Ghana. This must stop in 2020. The only Niger songs that should have such rotations are songs that feature a Ghanaian. Every must balance well in 2020. He further tweeted, if a Ghanaian artist said what I said, they will crucify him. I am the realest Niger artist, like my man Shatta go talk. So I for talk him as it be. Okay, what do you guys think about this, Dami Crane? Is it a matter of carrying another person's matter for head or something? Because I don't get.
So I think the answer to the last question is what he said in the last part, where he was like, if a Ghanaian artist said this, he would get crucified. So I think he felt like, let me be the advocate for them. I see sense in what he's saying. If he's ODG, a Ghanaian artist, Ghanaian British guy, this, yeah, he did this the other day, and a lot of people came for him, and he had to come back and clear the air and explain what he really meant, which was similar to this. I don't see a problem. I've gone partying in Ghana before. I think it was last December, and
welcome back, by the way.
Behave.
Wow, welcome back. Welcome back, Foladele.
Let's just.
I mean, the next time, the next time anybody travels here, please do not say anything.
So Dami Crane, though, thanks. Yeah. Bye. So in Ghana, and I realized that a lot of the songs, that was when Tenny's case was raining, like back-to-back Niger music, but they were mixing it up. Because there was a Ghanaian guy beside me, and I'd be like, who is this? I'm like, oh, it's Kwesiata. So they were mixing it up. So, but I feel like it's imbalanced. I think Dami is onto something here. He's not being crazy as usual. I think he's onto something here. And it's tough because as far as Africa goes, Nigeria, where music is concerned, it's Nigeria, and then you can talk about Ghana and SA.
But we know all about all of this.
Yeah.
Why is Dami Crane saying this? Yes, Fuse ODG said it. We Nigerians, we don't mind.
How will you mind? This is not your music that is being played. If it happened the other way around, you know we would come for Ghanaians, like we always do.
Okay, so why you as a Nigerian artist, why are you putting
because
this out?
He said Ghanaians, if they said it, they would be crucified, which happened with Fuse ODG.
Okay, so may I just come in here? So I asked the question, I said, is it the matter of putting another person's matter on your head? Yes. And well, because I don't know, Dami Crane, it's January, and maybe people just want to be in the news.
True that.
So that, you know,
let's
go down in record that, you know, at the end of the day, when we're taking a stock, that's what happened during the, we'll say Dami Crane started the first controversy. And well, the thing is, it's good for Nigeria. And if you actually look at the number of, I don't know, like we can't actually put a number to how many artists that we have in Nigeria, but then you'd know that we have a lot of, artists in Nigeria. And it's almost like it's not balanced. And now, this is it. I think people should put in a lot of work to if you really want your songs. I know that they have beautiful artists right there in Ghana, but you can't compare to the artists that we have here. And it is not our fault that, you know, the spotlight is shining on us and
the wrong things.
But Ghanaian artists are working hard.
Super talented.
I know that they're super talented.
And the emergence of even more, the emergence of more in the last year has been, we can't exhaust this thing.
So
I'm starting with Dami. I stand with Dami.
Quick one. Is Dami Crane like Shatta Wale now?
No, he's not. Okay. Even though he said Shatta my man.
So,
okay, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to the next story. Naira Marley wants his alleged car theft case settled out of court. Yes, the alleged car theft case against Naira Marley, his two brothers and cousin Kunle Obere may be settled out of court. According to Naira Marley's lawyer, Ayodeji Awokunle, he said his client has initiated an out-of-court settlement talk with the complainant, Mr. Adelekan Ademola, who alleged that Naira Marley and others stole his car valued at 1.8 million naira and his phone worth 330,000 naira. Mr. Awokunle also stated, and I quote, "The police have no problem with an out-of-court settlement. We hope that an agreement will be reached before the next adjourned date." So alleged, but it's looking like they run them.
Wow.
Yeah, they did it. So the case. Let me just state all of this thing right now. So it was a case where Naira Marley was in a convoy and they were spraying money and fans were everywhere in VI in Lagos. and one way or the other, his convoy, one of the cars on the convoy hits this man's car. And he came down like, oh, why will people do this? Who are you? Who are you? Naira Marley? Who cares? Who cares? Then one of Naira Marley guys just said, my guy, you did block roads. Carry your car, and they enter the car. According to what the policeman said, they entered the car and drove the car somewhere else. Yeah. And so policemen came, okay, who did this? Who did this? Naira Marley. The guys that were with Naira Marley disrupted and stopped the police from even making any arrests. So they were able to arrest some, and Naira Marley was free. So the whole case now came back to courts that we need to arrest Naira Marley because they stole my car, blah, blah, blah. And not right about now, they want to settle out of court. Okay,
so what I would say is that I understand that they say that Malians don't have rules, zero bells, zero manners, or well, they don't follow rules and that's zero
even know
manners.
The terms and conditions.
I am so sorry.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a Malian. But then again, I want to say that we should do better.
True.
If people are calling you, they're hailing you, they're doing all sorts, because I'm sure Naira Marley is some people's role model. So I'm just saying, well, people will still come out and say that I did not say I want to be somebody's role model. But if they're listening to your music and they want to follow what you're doing, I think that the right things should be done. I think that there should be law and order. If you have a protest or you have something or you have a rally and then it's so wrong. How dare you just get into another person's car, collect the key, and start driving the car to somewhere?
To punish the person.
To punish the person.
Malian culture.
Where are we again?
We are in Nigeria, my sister, in Lagos to be precise. Right.
But so they want to settle, so hopefully everything...
So we'll see how an out-of-court settlement goes. We'll see how it goes. That's all I'm going to say on this one, because we've talked a lot about Naira Marley in the last 1 week. Right, moving swiftly along, guys, to our final story in the foreign news. Bobby Christina Brown's ex-fiancé, Nick Gordon, is dead. Yes, Nick Gordon, who happened to be the ex-fiancé of Whitney Houston's late daughter, Bobby Christina, has passed on. According to sources, he died of complications from drug overdose when he was celebrating on New Year's Eve, where he suffered a series of heart attacks and was rushed to a Florida intensive care unit, where he later was pronounced dead. His brother, Junior Walker, announced the news of his death on social media, saying, God, why did I have to lose my brother on New Year? All I can do is cry. Now, in case you do not know, Nick Gordon is widely known for his connection to the 2015 death of Bobby Christina Brown, who was the daughter of Bobby Brown and late Whitney Houston. Bobby Christina spent 6 months in a coma after she was found unconscious in a bathtub with a variety of drugs in her system before she ultimately died. Now, although Gordon never faced criminal charges, which he was held legally responsible for her wrongful death in a civil case where her family won a $36 million civil lawsuit against him in 2016. Of course, like we always say of the dead, may his soul rest in peace. Really, really sad. Bobby Christina's death was actually really sad because, like I was saying, for a long time, drugs, of course, but for a long time, she was in a coma and everybody was like, is she going to make it? Is she not? And then, of course, she ended up passing on. And then Nick was held because they were dating at the time. In fact, they were engaged at the time. And people were like, yo, this guy, are you doing what Bobby Brown did to Whitney? Are you trying
giving her drugs?
Exactly. Is it you that is, funding her drug lifestyle? And, of course, now to know that he's passed on from...
So this I saw and I became very sad. Why am I sad? Because, I mean, when we go through the whole story, so this dude, Nick, used to be like an adopted child to Whitney Houston. And, people frowned against it that he was dating Bobby Christina, who was supposed to be like a sister to him. And, at the end of the day, it was drug. To think that this was what took Whitney down, took Bobby Christina down, and now Nick. And I'm like, so
crazy, man.
It's so crazy. Wow. It's just so crazy. I mean, and then when you think about the parts Bobby Brown played in the whole thing. Allegedly.
Thank you so much. Right. OJ, I don't imagine you have anything else to add.
His soul rest in perfect space.
Exactly. We really hope that his soul rests in peace. And honestly, drugs can ruin your life, and we really need to reiterate.
And how we don't learn from other people's experiences.
Yes. We need to reiterate.
We don't as human beings. We hear that things happen to people. We say, oh, wow, yeah. And at the end of the day, we still go the same route.
It's crazy for Nick. Why. There was Whitney there as a lesson, then Bobby Christina as a lesson, then...
So when you're addicted, it's just so hard.
Okay.
Anyway, this is a conversation we can never exhaust, and I'm sure we'll talk about drugs sometime in the future.